Get ready for some great music and great stories. Band in Seattle starts right now. Welcome to Band in Seattle. I'm Xander Denke, and with me is Sean DeTore, associate producer and host of the mixtape on mynorthwest.com and Cairo Radio, to talk about tonight's band, Hibou.
With a name like Hibou, it's hard to imagine any particular genre. Luckily, we're here to dispel any mystery. Fronted by Peter Michael, Hibou makes sun-soaked beach wave fit for a climate much warmer than ours. It's rock music through rose-colored glasses. It's youthful summer music for a road trip along the West Coast.
So grab your sunscreen. We'll be right back with Hibou.
Hi, I'm Peter Michelle, and I play guitar and sing in Hibou. To me, the whole song is kind of driven by this repetitive beat. It's kind of just knocking over and over and over again.
You're not shy of the kinds, walking away with something. I bet you won't get far before you're on your hands. What should I let you talk yourself into?
Lyrically, it's just one of those tunes that's very abstract, which felt like that's the way that it needed to go. I wanted the words to kind of fit the whole, reverbed out vibe of the song.
I can't keep you silent when I'm beneath the shadow. You haven't proven it, like you've made it darker here. What I need isn't what you want and you.
Hi, my name is Brian Mendez, and I'm the bass player for Hibou.
Hi, this is Jay Clancy. I play drums with Hibou. Sunder, when I think of that song, I just think of how much my right arm burns when I play that song.
Hibou means owl in French. My parents have a cabin on Whidbey Island. There was an instance where I was playing music in some of the little woods by the cabin, and a baby owl came and sat next to me, hung out. I was really touched by that moment, and I told everyone about it. And my friend came back from Paris and brought me this little glass owl so I could remember the moment by, and on the card inside it said Hibou.
When the season ends, that's a fun one. It's like the Hibou hit.
That song, I think that was the first song that I played with Hibou. I find myself getting it stuck in my head like all the time, even when I don't want to.
Try and make something of nothing, like you thought of me before this. And want to see the outside of you. While I can meet you there, I'd rather dream just to be sure.
Hibou has been around for a while, but we've gone on all these tours where we're just opening for bands, and now it feels that we're finally getting to the point where people are starting to come to hear Hibou's tunes. I don't know, I never really thought about it going that far. Here I am playing shows to 10-year-old girls.
It's really jangly, boppy, kind of happy, like summertime music. and for whatever reason that's attractive to younger teenage girls.
It is nice to get a older crowd, I guess because I'm a little older. I guess it just depends on where you are. Some people are, again, depending where you are, low-key, or they can be pretty crazy sometimes.
Dissolve is the most recent song that I've written, and it's the first song on the album.
There's a big drum fill before every chorus that I always have a lot of fun playing.
Just a very talented piano player. I've seen him play accordion, and I've seen him just pick up the violin and play, and even if he doesn't know how to play, he'll just come up with something that sounds pretty awesome. So working with him is really inspiring.
Well, I've known you, you're than it should, and you go ahead to the next, until I try my best to understand. You'll be leaving the sun, and I'll be closing my eyes. In the moment we'll know that nothing could change.
I'm always kind of bummed out when we have to stop playing. That's me in my elements playing on stage. I really enjoy that. But at the same time, if I am playing a show, the whole day is about that show, and it's about, you know, getting to the show and picking up the band, or if we're on tour, driving to the city. So it just occupies this space where otherwise I get real anxious and nervous if I don't have anything to do.
Will anything this time? Love of mine. No excuse. You're human now, so make it known.
So I think that's why I enjoy tour so much and writing songs, because also at the same time you get to occupy your time with writing a song and put your feelings into words, into that song, which is not easy to me, but you know, the harder it is to do that, the more time it takes.
Valium is a laid-back rocker, I think. Maybe the song was actually inspired by Valium itself.
Well, I feel too motionless to walk away, but I
I started writing and recording Hibou, the record, I was kind of just wanting to sit down and do a record completely by myself. Because at that point, I didn't have anyone in my life that I felt like I could work with in that aspect. But now, I've got this killer band who are some of the best musicians that I've ever met. So I would be honored to start working with them and have them all over the next record.
A recent addition to Barsook Records, Hibou has toured all over the place already. Opening for the likes of Elvi to Seattle's own Hey Marseille, Hibou is on a trajectory some would dream of. Some songs ring of 80s synthesizer, some of tried and true current indie rock, but really it all somehow fits together into a soundtrack to a film that's just about to hit it big.
We'll be right back with more from Hibou.
Well, I'm not what you thought, so don't you settle and tell me not to go. If I'm already lost, then it won't matter when you're finally gone for good. Well, don't ask me if you could come home, 'cause I'm sorry that you wanted more.
Shutter Song is a little different from what Hibou normally plays.
Shutter Song, that's definitely the most personal song on the album. Songwriting is just a freaky thing, you know? You're saying all these words and people are listening to them, which is spooky to me. But with this song, I gave it a go and I tried to just put everything on the table. The people that are playing with Hibou right now are definitely going to be influential to the next record. Like Jay, who's the drummer, is going to be all over the next record. And it's interesting because I wrote the whole album in my room and recorded it in my room. And you can totally tell. I mean, it's like a bedroom pop album, which is cool. But then hearing the songs played by other musicians is kind of growing into a new thing.
Here still, well, there's no good way to tell this truth. No, I don't want to burden you.
Jay, I met through a mutual friend, and we were looking for a drummer at the time, and he sat down and played one beat, and I was like, you. I want you. He can adjust to any kind of music, which is really important. Jay's a solid dude. He's the most self-sustaining man that I've ever met. He works extremely hard to make a living, and I look up to him a lot in that way.
I started hitting pots and pans when I was about 4. And I think when I was 6, my parents bought me a plastic toy drum kit. And then by age 7, I was taking drum lessons. And I think I was 10 when I got my first real drum set. I've been playing in bands since I was 13. Brian is like the nicest, most polite guy you'll ever meet. And he's hilarious. He can recite basically the entire script of Good Will Hunting back to back. He's probably the most talented impressionist I've ever met.
Above Us was the first Hibou hit.
I want to tell you that you're right and go anywhere. Sold it and buy.
For me, it was one of the first songs that I wrote under the moniker Hibou, and started using all these chimes and bells and synths, and was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Maybe I'll write some more tunes like this. So that kind of laid the foundation for Hibou as a project. Brian actually came to the second Hibou show that we ever played. He came up to me after the show, and he's the most personable, friendly person in the world. He mentioned that he played bass, and he came over, and yes, he plays bass, and he's amazing at bass and singing. He's really good at impressions as well. He does an amazing Bare Naked Ladies impression, so if you see him, please ask him to do it.
I just moved into my apartment on Capitol Hill. I was on the Bandcamp website, and I just hit play on some random album, and right away the song Sunder came on. Coincidentally, they had a show the same day, and I went, saw the show. Fast forward a year later, I ran into Peter, and I told him I'd still been listening to Hibou, and he asked if I played bass at all, because they were looking for a bassist, and yeah, it just kind of worked out. And then rehearsed with Peter, and I guess he liked what he heard, and I started playing music with him.
Glow is the last song. We'll save the best for last.
Glow, that's the big finisher of all of our shows. We played one show one time where we didn't finish with Glow, and it felt so wrong. That was the first song that I put on SoundCloud. Someone contacted me because of that song, and that's when I realized that I wanted to keep writing.
How have we grown to this earth? Just breaking bread. You've washed away. Well, I know I'm shivering cold in the lights, and she'll find me there. Yes, you'll see me falling into you.
Eventually, I would like carpentry to become a hobby. I just really want to play drums with as many people as possible.
Hibou's just where I'm at currently. I don't want to make any promises to myself about where I'm going to be at anytime in the future. But yeah, everything that I'm writing right now, it's not specified to a particular sound or genre, but Hibou's just kind of where I feel that I'm at currently. I don't want to say that in 5 years' time that I won't be doing something else, because I might.
And think of you. There's always ways to tell when it's real, and play along. Just make us smile.
I really enjoy playing with Hibou, and I, again, hope to have a place in the band as long as Hibou is around. And even if Hibou isn't Hibou anymore, then I hope to play music with Peter still.
So far, everything is kind of figuring itself out by itself, which is nice, because I can just kind of watch it do its thing. But obviously, I have to make choices about which tours we go on and everything, but play as many shows as possible, and that's working out, you know. Just kind of, you know, hope that someday we break even.
That's it for tonight's Band in Seattle. If you want to hear more, check us out on bandinseattle.com, where you can hear full concerts and find links for more information about our bands and where they're playing next. Sean?
Thanks, Xander. And to stay in touch with what's up in the local band scene, check out my program, The Mixtape. It's on mynorthwest.com and also Cairo Radio.
You don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching. Join us next week for more great music and great stories on Band in Seattle.